Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. I am recording on my Osmo Pocket 3 again because I forgot to charge my mic. Like, I remember to charge my camera, and then when it came to my mic, I was like, of course, there's something I forgot. So here we are again on the Osmo Pocket 3, but I do kind of prefer to record on this a little bit more lately because, you know, the mic, I feel like the sound quality and even the picture, the colors and everything is a little bit more better in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think. So in today's video, I have this guy right here. If you know, you know. This is no other than Givenchy's new product, and this is supposed to replace their famous loose setting powder that they decided to reformulate that no one asked for. So let's see how well this wears and get into the nitty-gritty details. But before we get started, of course, be sure you are subscribed to my channel, ring that bell so you're notified when I do upload a new video, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up for finally putting out a beauty review for you guys. So let's get started with the video. Alright guys, so as you know, Givenchy, for whatever reason, decided to reformulate their iconic setting powder, like the loose setting powder. And you know, even up until today, I have no idea why they decided to reformulate it. I think it's because of the whole talc thing, but a majority of people are quite enraged by it. And the new formulation just made you look shiny. I personally never bought it, but I did try it out in store and ooh, not my cup of tea. So I don't know if this was always like in the works for them, because it takes a while to, you know, develop makeup, or if they actually heard everybody and hear all our cries that we want the matte formula. So instead of giving us the loose version, they decided to do a pressed version. Again, not sure if it's because they listened to us or if it's because, hey, we'll reformulate the loose powder, but we'll bring back the matte, but in a pressed version instead, right? Hard to say. So I got in shade 3, and it is their like iconic pink color. This does retail for $80, and the loose powder retails for $81. Now I think they raised the price ever since they reformulated, I think, but don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I actually bought the loose powder, because I actually have the two original ones right here, and I had this I don't know, like just over a year ago or however long before they reformulated it. So it's been quite some time, but I remember it being like in the 70s, like 78 or something, and right now those loose powders retail for $81. So I think they did increase the price a bit, but don't quote me on that. So for $80 you do get a brush inside it, which is I guess great, but I'm not going to use it. And inside, I will show you guys because I'm doing this with one hand right now. This is what the product looks like. I mean, it's still very gorgeous. I do have to let you guys know that there is a fragrance to this. There is a scent. I don't think it's an overpowering scent. It smells very fresh, but if you aren't a fan of fragrance, then you may not like this very much. I kind of enjoy it, and it doesn't really bother me throughout the day. Like, I put it on and I didn't even notice there was a fragrance. I don't know why they decided to put a fragrance if it's just not going to be there. But also as well, fragrance kind of irritates a lot of people's skin anyway, so there shouldn't be any fragrance anyways, but anywho. So the official name of this is the Prisme Libre Blurring and Color Correcting Matte Pressed Powder. Now this does come in 6 shades, and of course this is supposed to be a matte finish. This is non-comedogenic. This is a pressed powder formula, long wearing, medium coverage, which I don't think it's medium coverage, but sure, and it's good for pores. So this product is supposed to be ultra blurring, color correcting, 4-color pressed powder that offers a natural matte finish, refines the appearance of pores and blurs imperfections. It still says the coverage is medium. I don't really think so, but moving on. This is also supposed to be a weightless powder that sets makeup and provides 12 hours of comfort to the skin while resisting caking and creasing. And this is supposed to be a non-drying formula that leaves the complexion smooth and matte all day long. So right now on Sephora, it does have a 4.8 star rating, and 96 people recommended this product. Now, I don't know if these reviews are actually legit or not, because you know some of them are paid to give positive reviews, but initial thoughts when I first applied it, it actually felt very smooth, very buttery. I, again, don't think this is a medium coverage, but that's just my opinion on it. It did kind of give me that brightening effect. It didn't give me much of a brightening effect compared to the loose powder, but it did give me something there. And after applying it, it definitely blurred out my pores and mattified my skin. So check on that. So we're gonna move on to my 8-hour check-in. Alright guys, so right now it is 5:30. I've had this on for 11 hours. Oh my gosh, right? So I want to take a closer look and see how this is. Alright you guys, so you are all up close and personal, so hopefully you get to see what I see. So I was thinking throughout the day that when I was applying this, like, should I treat this as a setting powder or a finishing powder? So when I used their loose powder, that was more of a setting powder, and then I have a pressed powder as a finishing powder. But now since they changed their iconic powder into a pressed powder, I wasn't sure if I should treat this as a setting powder or to finish, you know, to finish, to brighten and so forth. So I was a little conflicted. So throughout the day when I was kind of like checking in on my face, I think it's okay as both a setting powder and a finishing powder. If you want some extra brightness, you can layer it on. So for today's test, I used it as a setting powder, and taking a closer look, it's actually not bad being used as a setting powder. I'm pretty sure you could use this as a finishing powder to help brighten it even more if you would like. You know, just on its own as a setting powder, it's actually not that bad. So on my forehead, it is looking a little bit shiny, but we are reaching to like that 12-hour mark where they said that it's supposed to be like comfort to the skin and like resisting to caking and all that stuff, right? So forehead, you know, it's looking a little shiny. Under my eyes, you know what? The under eyes are looking really good. Like, it's looking very, very matte. I hope you guys can see this. My pores and like, you know, the side of my nose right here, it's looking okay. I can still see like some glow happening. No foundation is selling to my smile lines, which is amazing. I mean, it's giving me somewhat of a glow. It's not keeping me completely matte. It's giving me like more natural looking right now. The important thing is that underneath my eyes are still very matte, which is amazing. So I didn't apply it to anywhere else on my face. As you guys saw, it was just underneath my eyes, my T-zone. But for underneath the eyes, it's holding up very, very well. I'm actually quite surprised. Overall, do I think that this is worth it? First of all, $80 is a lot of money for a powder. Just saying. But for them to try and bring back like the mattifying powder, I think they did a pretty good job with this. I would have to kind of experiment with this a little bit more and kind of test out some techniques and what goes with what to really maximize with this. I feel like it will work a lot better as a finishing powder instead of a setting powder. I know I've said that like a couple of times already, but yeah, because I've noticed that it didn't really give me too much of a brightening effect compared to their loose powder. Their loose powder was good. With this one, the brightening effect, I didn't really see too much of it. I just think that it was just okay. It's nothing too crazy. So I feel like for this, it just depends on how much you love the original powder. If you really loved it, I think that this is a good alternative to it. Because let's face it, they're never going to bring back that original formula. I don't think they will anyways. So if you really want that mattified, that brightening look, I think this is a great alternative. However, it is in a pressed powder form after all. It's not the loose powder, so you do have to like set your expectations accordingly. But yeah, that's just my thoughts and opinions on it. I think that this is great. Is it $80 great? I don't think so. I really think that they did try to make a mattified version, like an actual mattified version again, and doing like, you know, the whole 4-color thing. So out of 5 stars, I kind of would give this maybe like a 4.2. Like, the performance is great. It did blur my pores. It kept me quite mattified for almost a 12-hour day. However, I didn't see much of a brightening effect. It didn't make me cakey, which is great. So maybe I'll make this like 4.2 to 4.5. It was still pretty good. I'm still not a huge fan of the price tag, especially in this economy, but the product did work very well. It performed like it's supposed to do, so I can't really be too mad at it. Another thing that I will just bring up again is the fragrance. If you're sensitive to fragrance in your cosmetics, again, I don't think you'll like this too much. It didn't really bother me, so I'll keep it at the same rating, but for anyone else who's kind of weary about it, just keep that in mind. Anyways, you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I gotta go charge this camera now because Now this one's dying. So hopefully I'll have some more videos for you guys. I don't know when that's gonna be yet. I just hope for this month it's gonna be very, very hectic. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.